them on the earth are the givers of plenty. Talks with Swami Vivekananda. Swamiji is staying at Balaram's house in Calcutta, 1898. Topic, psychic powers. Swamiji resumed, Sri Ramakrishna used to disparage, neglected, censured the supernatural powers. His teaching was that one cannot attain to the supreme truth if the mind is diverted to the manifestation of these powers. The human mind, however, is so weak that not to speak of householders, even 90% of the sadhus happen to be votaries of these powers. In the West, men are lost in wonderment if they come across such miracles. It is only because Sri Ramakrishna has mercifully made us understand the evil of these powers as being hindrances to real spirituality that we are able to take them at their proper value. Haven't you noticed how far, for that reason, the children of Sri Ramakrishna pay no heed to them? About miracles. Sri Ramakrishna didn't like miracles at all. He says miracles is an obstacle to spiritual life. One should practice spiritual disciplines under the instruction of the Guru, and that is the most important thing. Perhaps you remember Sri Ramakrishna told two stories that his one disciple, Bhairavi Brahman is one disciple, has Guchika Siddhi. He became a minute, can go anywhere, can fly anywhere. And thus he flew through the wings of a rich man and got involved with his daughter and he lost his power. And another, Chandra and Girija, he had the power, he can bring light from his body and can show the light. And Sri Ramakrishna took away that power. He says this power is an obstacle to spiritual life. So he was talking about those things. Swami Vivekananda said to Swamiji at this moment, well, why don't you narrate to our Bengal, his disciple, Sharatchandra Chakraborty, that incident of yours in Madras when you met the famous ghost tamer? At the earnest entreaty of the disciple, Swamiji was persuaded to give the following account of his experience. Once while I was staying at Manmatha Babu's place in Madras, he was Swamiji's friend, I dreamt one night that my mother had died. My mind became much distracted. Not to speak of corresponding with anybody at home, I used to send no letters in those days even to our mott. The dream being disclosed to Manmatha, he sent a wire to Calcutta to ascertain facts about the matter. But the dream had made my mind uneasy on the one hand, and on the other, our Madras friends, with all arrangements ready, were insisting on my departing for America immediately, and I felt rather unwilling to leave before getting any news of my mother. So Manmatha, who had discerned this state of my mind, suggested our repairing to a man living some way off from town, who, having acquired mystic powers over spirits, could tell fortunes and read the past and the future of a man's life. So at Manmatha's request, and to get rid of my mental suspense, I agreed to go to this man, covering the distance partly by railway and partly on foot. We four of us, Monmato, Alasinga, myself and another, managed to reach the place. And what met our eyes there was a man with a ghoulish, haggard, soot-black appearance sitting close to a cremation ground. His attendants used some jargon of South Indian dialect to explain to us that this was the man with perfect power over the ghosts. At first the man took absolutely no notice of us, and then, when we were about to retire from the place, he made a request for us to wait. Our Alasinga was acting as the interpreter, and he explained the request to us. Next the man commenced drawing some figures with a pencil, and presently I found him getting perfectly still in mental concentration. Then he began to give out my name, my genealogy, the history of my long line of forefathers, and said that Sri Ramakrishna was keeping close to me all through my wanderings, intimating also to me good news about my mother. He also foretold that I would have to go very soon to far-off lands for preaching religion. Getting good news thus about my mother, we all traveled back to town, and after arrival there, received by wire from Calcutta the assurance of mother's doing well. Turning to Swami Yogananda, Swamiji remarked, everything that the man had foretold came to be fulfilled to the letter. Call it some fortuitous or concurrence or anything you will. Fortune teller. This man is an exorcist and plays with the ghosts and the spirits. And he told about Swamiji's future and about his mother. Swamiji himself said, I could not figure it out. How is it possible that man can speak all these things? There is another story that one day Swamiji was sleeping in Madras before coming to America, and some evil spirits came to him and was telling him all sorts of things, even some lies, and that your mother is dead. And there is another story in the life of Swamiji I read. Then Swamiji said, when Swamiji got the news that his mother was doing well, he said, why then he told the spirits, why do you say all these things? But you do not know, we are in such a place. We do not know what is truth, what is untruth. We are evil spirits. But you are a holy man. If you offer some oblation to us, we will be free from this pain and suffering. So Swamiji went to buy some rice cake which offers to the ghost. And when he came back, he went to take bath in the ocean, and they found the rice cake disappeared. Then he said, well, the scripture says if nothing available, he took some sand and repeated some mantra and offered. And then those ghosts never disturbed him anymore. All these stories we read about Swamiji. Swami Yogananda said in reply, it was because you would not believe all this before that this experience was necessary for you. Swamiji, well, I am not a fool to believe anything and everything without direct proof. And coming into this realm of Mahamaya, oh, the many magic mysteries I have come across alongside this bigger magic conjuration of a universe, Maya. It is all Maya, goodness. What a rubbish we have been talking so long this day by thinking constantly of ghosts. Men become ghosts themselves, while whoever repeats day and night, knowingly or unknowingly, I am eternal, pure, free, self-illumined Atman, verily becomes the knower of Brahman. So we are talking about ghost, ghost, ghost. But if those who repeat ghost and evil things, they become evil. Those who think that I am Brahman, I am Atman, I am good, they become good. You see, a real holy person does not like to talk about this Maya and worldly things and all the ghost and Maya and power and that he clearly said. By thinking constantly of ghosts, men become ghosts themselves. While whoever repeats day and night, knowingly, unknowingly, I am the eternal, pure, free, self-luminous Atman, verily becomes the knower of Brahman. What you think, that you will be. That is the truth. Saying this, Swamiji affectionately turned to the disciple and said, don't allow all that worthless nonsense to occupy your mind. Always discriminate between the real and the unreal, and devote yourself, heart and soul, to the attempt to realize the Atman. There is nothing higher than this knowledge of the Atman. All else is Maya, mere jugglery. The Atman is the one unchangeable truth. This I have come to understand, and that is why I try to bring it home to you all. Ekam eva dvayam brahma neha nanasti kinchana. One Brahman there is, without a second. There is nothing manifold in existence. Swamiji was a non-dualist, a follower of Brahman. So those who came to him, he always encouraged them to realize the self, the Atman. Instead of thinking all rubbish things of Maya, all this. You see, some people love to think about powers, supernatural powers, and those powers kill them. They say that only the snake charmers are killed by the snakes. In India, there are so many snake charmers. If they make a mistake, the cobra can kill that person. Similarly, those who follow the ghosts and miracles and all these rubbish things, they will be killed by themselves. That's what Swamiji said. Think constantly about your real self, that you are the Atman. Ekam eva dvayam brahma neho nanasti kinchana. I am that non-dual Brahman. There is no variety, no multiplicity, no diversity. There is no manifold in existence. All this conversation continued up to 11 o'clock at night. After that, his meal being finished, Swamiji retired for rest. The disciple bowed down at his feet to bid him goodbye. Swamiji asked, are you not coming tomorrow? Disciple, yes, sir. I am coming, to be sure. The mind longs so much to meet you at least once before the day is out. Swamiji, so good night now. It is getting very late. You know, it is a joy to live with Swami Vivekananda. He will inspire us, uplift us. That is the reason I started to. This is one of my favorite books, Talks with Vivekananda. We can see his mind and in his power of inspiration. He can inspire broken-hearted people. Who do not have that power? Swamiji had that power. For that reason, those who come, I always ask them, reach Swamiji, you will be inspired. Next entry, Tithi Puja of Sri Ramakrishna's birthday anniversary. Investing some non-Brahmin devotees with holy thread, Girish Chandra Ghosh, Karma Yoga, or unselfish work, its aim and utility. That is the synopsis of that conversation. Place, Belur, the rented mud premises, year 1898. It must be April, May, that time, is the springtime, 1898. That Belur monastery has just been purchased, you see. Swamiji was staying at the time at the rented garden house of Nilambar Babu, where the moth had been removed from Alam Bazar. Arrangements had been made for Sri Ramakrishna's Tithi Puja, Nativity, on a grand scale. There are some portions they did not translate. Let me sum up to you. Ramakrishna Monastery started probably 12th October 1886. Sri Ramakrishna died 16th August 1886. So within a couple of months, the monastery was started at Baranagar. Then it was moved to Alam Bazar in 1892. Then this is the east side of the Ganges, Calcutta side. Then it moved to Belur, the west side of the Ganges. In Nilam Babu's garden house, it was in 1898, after 6 years. Swamiji bought a plot of land. There are two old buildings are there, they are repaired. And then it was a place where they used to repair the boats on the bank of the Ganges. The land was uneven, jungle, so they are clearing and making leveling and repairing and make a building so that old shrine, you have seen the old shrine, that building, below is the kitchen, only many limited space. That is starting of the Ramakrishna mission. Then from Nilambar Baba's house, it moved to the monastery. So 1897, Sri Ramakrishna's birthday anniversary was observed in Dakshineshwar. But in 1898, they did not allow. So they started to do the Ramakrishna festival, Ramakrishna's birthday anniversary in Belur Math. They did the puja in the monastery, but their ground was not ready, so they went to a neighboring temple compound, danced. It is nearly half a mile from the monastery in the back, or north side. Dance Thakur Badi. So there the function was held. At that time, some Swamiji's Western disciples were staying with him. Swamiji performed a ritual in the new ground, and many people came to attend that Ramakrishna's festival, and Swamiji was supervising. It was the birthday, early in the morning. Swamiji was observing the worship. Swamiji had a desire. What is the desire? I shall give sacred thread to the non-Brahmins and make them Brahmins. You see, according to Hindu scripture, the forecast, Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. So Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, these three have the access for sacred thread. That means you will have to repeat the Gayatri mantra. And the Shudra does not have. But Swamiji wanted that everybody should be Brahmins. Why? He sees a Gayatri, I shall repeat the Gayatri mantra and explain to you, this Brahminical culture is the highest culture, spiritual culture. So, we must uplift the low stage, lower class of the people in this society to the upper class. There we shall bring unity. Somebody made a good remark, the difference between communism and Swami Vivekananda's spirituality. In Russia, all, well, we must be equal. how to make the equal? Bring all rich people down. So all will be poor. Let us be unity in the lower plane. Swamiji is just the reverse. The lower people, he says that if a Brahmin boy needs one teacher, a boy of a Shudra needs 4 teachers. That is the way Swamiji wants unity, the balance. We shall bring lower people to the higher people, higher realm. There we shall bring unity. And communism, the upper people, rich, rob, bring to the lower plane. There we shall place unity. That is the difference between Vivekananda's unity or spiritual oneness versus communism, economic oneness, you see. So he asked Sharachandra Chakraborty, who was a Brahmin, he asked that bring some sacred thread and we shall give sacred thread to them and we shall teach them Gayatri Mantra so that their mind will open. You see, culture is very important. If you day and night mix with low class people, your mind will be very low. If you mix with the higher class people, your mind will be high. It is all what you want in your life. Everything is in your hand. You can ruin your life, you can make yourself God. That he is talking about. Dvijati. Dvi means second birth. You see, we got human birth by our parents, and Dvijati means spiritual birth. As Jesus said, you will have to be born again. That means spiritual birth. That he is talking about. Swamiji asked the disciple, will you have brought the holy threads? I hope. Yes, sir, I have. Everything is ready, as you desired. But, sir, I can't make out why so many holy threads are in requisition. Swamiji, every Dvijati, twice born, has a right to investiture with the holy thread. The Vedas themselves are authority in this matter. Whoever will come here on the sacred birthday of Sri Ramakrishna, I shall invest him with the holy thread. These people have fallen from their true status, and the scriptures say that after proper expiation, those fallen in the way earn the right to investiture with the holy thread. This is the great day of Sri Ramakrishna's nativity, and men will be purified by taking his name. So the assembled devotees are to be invested with the holy thread today. Do you now understand? Disciple, I have collected, sir, quite a good number of holy threads according to your instructions, and after the worship, I shall, with your permission, invest the devotees with them. Swamiji, to the devotees who are not Brahmins, give the mantra of Gayatri. Here Swamiji communicated to the disciples the special Gayatri for them. By degrees, all the people of the land have to be lifted to the position of Brahmins, not to speak of the bhaktas of Sri Ramakrishna. Each Hindu, I say, is a brother to each other, every other. And if we have degraded them by our outcry, don't touch, and so the whole country has become plunged to the utmost depths of meanness, cowardice, and ignorance. These men have to be uplifted. Words of hope and faith have to be proclaimed to them. We have to tell them, you are also men like us, and you have all the rights that we have. Do you understand? Yes, sir, it should be so. Gayatri. Gayatri. Gayanatrate iti Gayatri. If you repeat this mantra will save you. Save from what? From birth and death, from misery. Gayatri mantra is Chaturbigum Sattakshara. 24 words are there. It is a chanda, it is a beautiful mantra. Om Bhur Bhuva Swa Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Onaha Prachodayat Om. This is the mantra. Om is the Bachok and Brahma is Bachok. Do you know how Bachya and Bachok, what does it mean? If I say water and I write on a paper water, that is called Bachok. The moment you see water, then what comes to your mind? Real water. Mississippi River, water in the sink. That shabdo, that sound, immediately shoots your mind to the reality. Jesus, word. The moment I say Jesus, only that immediately mind says Jesus, sound. Immediately it goes to the person, Ramakrishna. It goes to the mind, Ramakrishna, Rama, Krishna, Mary, John. Whatever you say, that immediately that person comes to the mind. That is called Bachya Bachaka Sambandha. So in the scriptures, this mantra is telling the Gayatri mantra. Gayatri. In the morning, Gayatri rises with Brahma. Kumari, virgin girl. In noon, same Gayatri appears as an young, youthful woman. At that time is Vishnu, preserver, creator, preserver. In the evening, same Gayatri turns old woman. At that time he was with Shiva, lawyer, destruction. So what you see is, this mantra, it shows the whole creation, preservation and destruction. So Om indicates Brahman, God. Bhu means this world. Bhuva, inner region, neither heaven nor earth, middle region. Shwa, that is heaven. So he who creates, preserves and destroys the earth, mid-region and heaven, that is Ishvara. Bhur-bhuva Swa. Tatsavitur Varenyam. Varenyam means adorable. Sobitu, meaning who nourishes us. Nourishes all beings, the whole creation, it nourishes God. Tatsavitur Varenyam. She is Supreme Being, who is the creature, preserver and destroyer, who nourishes us all. The adorable one. Bhargo. Bhargo Devasya. Bhargo means power. Bhargo means light. What does that light do? It burns all of our desires. It burns all the seed of karma, so that we could be illumined. Bharga. Bhaga means power. Usharja. Bhargo Devasya. Devasya means the luminous one. Next, Dhimahi, we meditate. Tat, that Brahman, that God. Na, ours. Dhiyo, intellects. prachodayat. Diverts, pushes to God. That infinite God pushes, let push our minds toward God. That is the meaning of this Gayatri Mantra. He who is the creator, preserver of the destroyer of the universe, who nourishes us all, He, let Him guide, let the Supreme One, that luminous One, with all His power, burn all of our karmas, all the seeds of our desires, and guide us to God. That is the meaning of the mantra. In the morning, Gayatri is Kumari, virgin girl, connected with Rig Veda, Brahma Rupas. At that time, she creates. She is seated on a swan, and she is with the luminous sun. At midday, Gayatri Vishnu Rupa, Gorurastha, Pitavastra. He is seated on a Garuda bird. Pita, meaning ochre color. She is a young woman. She is connected with Yajurveda. And at that time she gives this light to this whole world. In the evening, Gayatri Shiva Rupa, Rudrani, Shivani, Brahmani. Brahmani, Vaishnavi, Rudrani. These are the three names of the Gayatri. Morning, Brahmani, connected with Brahma. Noontime, Vaishnavi, connected with Vishnu. Evening, Rudrani, connected with Rudra, Shiva. These things, Swami, why do they think that it helps to think? They can visualize that I am connected with Rig Veda, Samaveda, Yajurveda. I am connected with Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. I am connected with all these things. And so most people repeat this Gayatri Mantra. So Swamiji wanted all should be repeat the Gayatri Mantra and have Brahminical nature and culture. Disciple. Yes, sir, it should be so. Swamiji said, this Gayatri Mantra you should give. Swamiji, now ask those who will take the holy thread to finish their bath in the Ganges. Then after prostrations before Sri Ramakrishna, they will have their investiture. About 40 to 50 devotees then duly received the Gayatri from the disciple and were invested with the holy thread. When receiving them, Swamiji's face beamed with profound delight. A little after this, Girish Chandra Ghosh arrived at the mart from Calcutta. Now, arrangements for the music were made at the desire of Swamiji, and sannyasis of the mart decorated Swamiji as a yogi. The description they did not put in English, very interesting. Swamiji sat, korne shankher kundal, a conch, some kind of jewelry type of things hanging in his ear. Whole body besmeared with the ashes. Mastake jatavar, they put a wheel, like jata, matted here like Lord Shiva. Bamhaste Trishul, there is a trident in the left hand. Ubhay Bhavate Rudra Balai, that big Rudraksha beads around his hands, like Lord Shiva. গলে আজালম্বিত ত্রিবলীকৃত বড় রুদ্রাক্ষমালা, and there is a garland of rosary of rudraksha beads. But the people are watching Swamiji just like Lord Shiva descended on the earth. He was very handsome. As a Kal Bhairav, Lord Shiva descended on this earth with physical body. Swamiji also put ashes to all the monks' bodies, that we are monastics. We are all followers of Lord Shiva. As if Kailash, the abode of Shiva, came to this earth. এইবার স্বামীজি পশ্চিমাশ্য হইয়া মুক্তাসনে বসে কুজন্তাম রামে রামে ইতি স্তবটি মধুর স্বরে উচ্চারণ করিতে ও স্থাবনান্তে কেবল রাম রাম শ্রীরাম রাম এই কথা পুনঃ পুনঃ উচ্চারণ করিতে লাগিলেন। আই এম রিডিং দি বেঙ্গলি। Swamiji was now chanted with the sweetest intonation to the accompaniments of the Tanpura, the Sanskrit hymn, beginning with Kujantam Rame Rameiti, repeating in a low tone the name of Rama. And when the chanting came to an close, he went on repeating with exquisite charm the holy words Ram, Ram, Shri Ram, Ram. His eyes are half closed, and the natural sublimity of his countenance seemed today to have deepened a hundredfold. Everybody remained spellbound for over half an hour. So when Swamiji was decorated like that, with the Tanpura, he was singing Kujantam Rama Rameti. Do you know what it is? I think it is from Valmiki Ramayana. Do you know the story? When Hanuman went to Sri Lanka and got the news that Sita is still alive, she is with Ravana's place. So Hanuman came back to this India from Sri Lanka, and he gave the news to the monkeys, so they are excited, and they are drinking a lot of honey and banana, and they're excited that we got the news. We located Sita, so we shall give this good news to Rama. So the monkeys are dancing and singing and glorifying Rama's name and drinking honey, and that is Kujantam Rama Rameti. There's a hymn there. So what happened? Ram Ram, Sri Ram Ram. Actually, I have seen in the northern India, they repeat this mantra. Jai Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Jai Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Jai Ram. That is the mantra they repeat. The pilgrims, they are walking mile after mile, repeating only these things. I remember I was in Dwaroka in 1982. Hundreds of pilgrims, they're repeating this mantra and seeing the deity. Such a beautiful atmosphere they created, just glorifying God's name. So, half an hour Swamiji only sang Rama's name. After the chanting of Sri Rama's name, Swamiji continued to sing a song of Tulsidas on Sri Ramachandra in the same intoxicated strain of mind. What is that song? I shall repeat the song to you. Sitapati Ramachandra Raghupati Raghurai Bhajale Ajodhya Nato Dusarana Koi Rasana Rasa Nama Leto. It is in Hindi. Santan ko Darasha Deoto Ishat Mukha Chandra Bindu Sundara Sukhodai Hasana Bolana Chatura Chala Ayana Bayana Drigo Bishala Brukuti Kuchila Tilaka Vala Nasika Shuhai Keshara ko Tilaka Vala Manorobi Prato Kalo Manogiri Shikara Fodi Surasori Bahirai, Motinako Kantamala, Taragana Ura Vishala, Shravana Kunjala Jala Malato, Ratipati Shavichai, Shaka, Sohita Sarojatira, Bihare Raghu Vangsha Bira, Tulasi Dasa, Harasa Niroki, Charana Rajapai. It is a song composed by Tulasi Dasa, the medieval mystic, great devotee of Rama. You see, Sitapati Ramachandra. Rama is Sita's husband. He is the king of the Raghu dynasty. He is the lord of Ajodha. There is nobody like him. And it is all glory of Rama that is sang. That is one song. Then other songs followed. The other song is very interesting. You know that in English they just put one line. This song Swami Vivekananda sang. And they are not playing good drum. So Swamiji said, "Hey, just give them drum to me." He took the drum and asked Sharadananda, "You sing." So Sharadananda started to sing a song composed by Swamiji. That song is on creation. This is the song. Eko rupa arupa nama varna otito agami kalo hino desho hino sarva hino neti neti viramo jata jeta hote bahe karana dhara dhuriye basana besha ujala garaji garaji uche tar bari ahamiti ahamiti sarvakshana সে অপার ইচ্ছা সাগর মাঝে অযুত অনন্ত তরঙ্গ রাজে কত রূপ কতই শকতি কত গতি স্থিতি কে করে গণন কচি চন্দ্র কচি তপন লবায় সেই নগরে সাগরে জনম মহাঘোর রৌল ছাইল গগন করি দিস দশ দিক জ্যোতি মগন তাহে বসে বত জড় জীব প্রাণী সুখ দুঃখ যারা জন্ম মরণ সেই সূর্য তারি কিরণ যেই সূর্য সেই কিরণ. I shall read the English translation to you. One mass, devoid of form, name and color, timeless, devoid of time, past and future, spaceless, voiceless, boundless, devoid of all, where rests hushed even speech of negation, neti neti, not this, not this. From thence down floweth the river causal, wearing the form of desire radiant, its heaving waters angrily roaring, the constant roar, I am, I am, I am. When he is talking about the creation, when the Brahman creates, I am, aham, aham, aham. In that ocean of desire limitless, appear shining waves, countless, infinite. Oh, of what power manifold they are, of what forms myriad, of what repose, of what movements varied, who can reckon? Millions of moons, millions of suns, taking their birth in that very ocean, that ocean of Satchidananda, Brahman, rushing headlong with tumultuous, overspread the whole firmament, drowning the points of heaven in light effulgent. In it arise and reside what beings, quick with life, dull and lifeless, unnumbered, and pleasure and pain, disease, birth and death. Verily, the sun is he is the ray, nay, the sun is he, and he is the ray. It is a mystical song. Swamiji is talking about even the experience. This whole creation, who am I? A song on creation, Arupura. So Sharadananda's Arupurapana. Eko Rupa Arupa Rama Barani Gailan, Swami Sharadananda. Swamiji was playing Midrango, that big drum. Gammani Gangajana, Sharadananda's sweet voice, melodious voice, and Swamiji's that music, it created a tremendous atmosphere on Sri Ramakrishna's birthday. And everybody joined with them. Ever Swamiji Shausan, now Swamiji removed all of his those jota wigs and all these jewelry ornaments they put on Swamiji's body, Rudraksha beads. He now started to decorate Girish Chandra Ghosh. You know, he is a big man and an actor, dramatist. Sri Ramakrishna used to call him that he was an incarnation of guardian angel of Shiva, this Girish, drunkard. My goodness. So Swamiji just decorated him. And Girish just kept quiet. He did not. Then Swamiji put ashes all over his body and made him a monk. Of course, he married twice, both wives died, which were. Anyhow. Then Swamiji said, Jisi. Swamiji used to call him Jisi. After Swamiji suddenly took to putting off all his decorations he had on his person and began to dress Girish Babu with them. Then he declared, Parangshodeva used to say our brother is the incarnation of Bhairava, divine companion of Shiva. There is no distinction between him and us. Girish Babu sat speechless all the time. A piece of Gerua cloth was also brought, and he was draped in it and uttered no word of remonstrance, for he had merged himself fully today in the wishes of his brother disciples. Swamiji now said, well, Jisi, you are to speak to us today about Thakur, Sri Ramakrishna. And all of you, turning all around himself, sit quiet and attentive. Even then Girish Babu sat motionless, voiceless, like marble, absolutely lost in joy. And when at last he opened his lips, he did so to say, what can this humble self speak of our Lord of unbounded mercy? Verily, in this alone, I realize that mercy, that to me, this lowly creature, he has extended the privilege of sitting and mixing on the same footing with you, sannyasins, pure from your childhood, who have renounced all lust and lucre. While speaking thus, the words choked in his throat and he could not speak anything more. After this, some pieces of Hindi music were rendered by Swamiji. The devotees are now called to partake of refreshments. After refreshments, Swamiji came and took his seat in the parlor on the ground floor, and all the many visitors sat round him, accosting a householder friend who had his investiture with the holy thread. That day Swamiji said, really, you all belong to the twice-born castes. Only it is long since you lost your status. From this day again, you become the twice-born. Twice-born means Brahmin. Repeat the Gayatri at least 100 times daily. Won't you? The householder expressed his assent. Meanwhile, Mahendranath Gupta, Master Mashai, or M., the recorder of the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, arrived. Swamiji cordially received him and made him take his seat. Master Mashai, said Swamiji. Master Mashai meant he was a school teacher. This is the anniversary of Sri Ramakrishna's birthday, so you shall have to relate to us something about him. Master Mashai bent his head down, smiling in reply. Just now it was announced that Swami Akhandananda had come from Murshidabad with 2 pantuas. A pantua is a sweet meat, usually about 2 inches in length and made mostly of fresh cheese fried in ghee and put in syrup. Very rich, high class dessert. By goodness, 1.5. Do you know 1 mon means 82 pounds? So 82 pounds and another 41 pounds. And 122 pounds, too sweet. Just think of that, how big that sweet is. A thick cheese, fry with ghee, cow ghee, and soak into syrup. If you eat one piece, it will stay in your stomach 3 days. Very rich, extremely rich. That is called pantua. Very rich. They used to say, the Vaishnavas, they sing and dance, do you know why? To digest their... They sing and dance, the Vaishnavas, that is the way they digest their sweets. With 2 pantuas which weighed 1.5 mon, all of us hurried out to see these prodigious pantuas. When they were shown to Swamiji, said, take them up to the shrine for offering. Making Swami Akhandananda the subject of his remarks, Swamiji said to the disciple,